everyone, Leslie from Discovery Fabrics, and today I'm going to talk about legging fabrics. Specifically, leggings are considered to be a pattern with negative ease, a pant obviously, and you're going to always want to choose a fabric that has a couple of qualities, one being stretch, and that's got to be both lengthwise and side to side. The other being recovery, because lots of fabrics will stretch, but they don't necessarily come back to where they started. And that's really important. A high quality stretch should have really good recovery so it doesn't bag at the knees, that kind of thing. A legging pattern can be used for many different things. That you can use it for a casual workout pant or a dressy legging to wear under a long tunic. You could also use that same pattern in many cases to make a long underwear. So what I'm going to talk about today is the variety of fabrics that we have here at Discovery Fabrics that'll take you right from warm summer days to very cold winters. So without further ado, let me introduce to you some of our athletic fabrics here. I've just chosen, you see kind of a black and white monochromatic theme in front of me here. That's just what I happen to grab, but all the colors you see here are available in many of the fabrics we're going to talk about. So first off the bat, let's talk about scuba. Now the scuba that we have, or the scuba that anybody has, is not for scuba diving. It is actually a fashion fabric. It's generally compressive. Our scuba is very beautiful. It comes from the Borghini mill in Italy. We have it in two weights. One is called a lightweight, and it is a 4-way stretch. It has a very smooth, slick, and cool feel to it. And it would be really nice for a summer legging. It is also moisture wicking, so that's great if you're working out. And secondly, we have our midweight scuba, which is more compressive than lightweight scuba. So it has a little less stretch. It's still very stretchy in both directions. But one of the things I want to mention about scuba is that when you have a lot of compression in a fabric, that fabric is holding you in, and especially with the midweight scuba, you're probably going to want to size up. My experience when working with scubas, as opposed to some of the other athletic fabrics, is that I can make exactly the same size of legging and the scuba will fit smaller, so I generally size up for myself. Next, we're going to talk about solar stretch. Now, solar stretch is one of our athletic fabrics that it's light, but it's not super light. It's a very lovely weight for making everything from polo shirts to dresses, but it also is really good for leggings because it has really nice 4-way stretch. And also it is 50 UPF sun protective. So it's got nice stretch, as you can see. We like it when there's an added benefit of sun protection because many people have adverse reactions to the sun, and so we try to incorporate that in a lot of our fabrics. Next, we're going to talk about yoga stretch. Now, yoga stretch is basically a nylon polyester, but it is a supplex. Supplex is not a fabric. Supplex is a treatment that is done to nylon to make it feel more like cotton. So this actually does have a very cottony feel, but our yoga stretch is what we consider to be squat proof. So that means when you are making a tight fitting workout pant and you bend over, can't really see through it. And also known as opaque. This has got great feel, great stretch, and is good for many garments, not just leggings, but it is one of our most recommended and kind of a staff pick for leggings. Next, we have Kaito Sante Extreme. Now, Kaito Sante is a fabric that has chitosan in it. Chitosan is highly processed seashells that make it very antibacterial. It's also at least 50 UPF sun protective. And we have it in several solid colors and this one kaleidoscope print. Just wanted to mention to you that we also carry Kaito Sante interlock jersey, and it is not suitable for tights. It does not have enough stretch. So if you're looking at the Kaito Sante fabrics, specifically for leggings, you have to choose Kaito Sante Extreme. It's just got that stretchiness and that little extra bit of weight. And then next we have my favorite fabric in the world for leggings. This is called Breathe Tech Athletic. This is a polyester based, so polyester spandex, but it is so buttery soft. It's just the nicest, softest feeling legging fabric that we have ever seen. Also makes fantastic sports bras and dresses and shirts and you name it. And Breathe Tech Athletic is also a minimum 50 UPF. So just really, really great fabric. It even makes good rash guards and that kind of thing, but it is just amazing for leggings and squat proof. So we really love that about it. It's kind of my go-to fabric for everything. And we have it in many, many colors, all these prints and all these solid colors. So really, really love this fabric. So those kind of are year-round fabrics, but if you live in an area where it's very cold, you're going to want to maybe beef up the fabric a little bit more so you get some warmth out of it. So the next step up from Breathe Tech is called Northern Light. And Northern Light is beautifully soft, polyester-based, very smooth, but it has a slightly brushed back. So it just adds that bit of warmth here, and just enough to give you a little bit of comfort when you're transitioning from summer into fall, for example. Now, if you live in a colder climate still and you need, say, a legging for skating or warm-up pants, or you just want to be really snuggly and warm, this is Polar Tech Power Stretch. Now, most of the styles that we have are smooth face and fleece back. So it's got that warm, almost like a 200 weight fleece back on it. So very, very snuggly. And it's got great stretch. I mean, they don't call it power stretch for nothing. It's a really comfortable fabric that is known basically worldwide. Many of the major brands use Polar Tech Power Stretch in their hoodies, their leggings, their jackets, their hats, you name it. But it is a wonderful legging fabric. And if you live in an area or you have activities where it's raining or wet, you're going to want something that has some water repellency to it. So this fabric is also by Polar Tech, and this is called Wind Pro Stretch. Now, Wind Pro is a family of fleeces that are a tight knit, and so they repel the wind because of that. But the finish on Wind Pro Stretch is DWR, which means durable water repellent. So water is just going to roll off of this. And what I really love about this fabric, if you're riding horses or you have dogs or whatever, hay doesn't stick to it, hair doesn't stick to it. It's just a really durable finish. And yet the inside of it is so, so soft. Just very, very snuggly. Great legging fabric. And I mean, I still have leggings that I've made out of Wind Pro Stretch that I made probably 10 years ago and wear them all the time. We do have one fabric occasionally also by Polar Tech. Some of the Polar Tech fabrics are very, very difficult to source, so we can only get them occasionally, but we try to keep as much stock as we can. Now, this fabric is called Power Wool by Polar Tech, and it's a heavier weight. It's very, very similar to Polar Tech Power Stretch, but the backing on Power Wool is 100% merino. And then the outer is a synthetic, and what that does is it adds durability to that wool, and then obviously they're putting some lycra in there as well to give you the stretch that you need. But this makes very, very warm leggings, and also makes a really good base layer if you are skiing or that kind of thing and you need some extra warmth underneath your clothing. Many of the fabrics that we have for base layers or long underwear, that kind of thing, don't really have the lengthwise stretch that you would want in a legging. So an underwear video probably would be something we would make completely separately, because you would make a looser version if you don't have that lengthwise stretch. But this is an exception to the rule. You could make a legging out of Polar Tech Power Grid, and it's got lots and lots of stretch. And it's either for lounging around the house or for making a pair of base layer long underwear that you would wear under maybe some warm winter pants or your ski suit or that kind of thing. Power Grid is a unique fabric. It is actually, the smooth side is the right side. The little grids that you see are there for two reasons. The little fleece adds warmth. The channels let air travel so you stay more comfortable and drier. And they also move moisture through those channels. So if you're sweating, this is a moisture wicking fabric, and it dries really quickly as opposed to many other fabrics that will wick, but they don't dry very quickly. So that's pretty much the summary of some of the fabrics we have for leggings. If you have any questions, you can ask them in our Facebook group, So Inspired by Discovery Fabrics. And we appreciate all of our loyal customers, and thank you for watching this video.